Hi friends, how are you? This is the Chaldonut speaking and welcome back to some more Tekkit Classic. And last time, we went ahead and collected some basalt. We got 3 stacks of basalt cobblestone, which is pretty cool. And that converts at a 1-to-1 rate into basalt. So all we have to do is smelt 1 piece of basalt cobblestone, put that in the condenser, and then dump all the other basalt cobblestone in, and it'll turn into it. So as it turns out, we could also just use regular cobblestone for this purpose, and we don't really need the 3 stacks of it, but we may as well use it since we've collected it. Now also, guys, I am thinking that something that would be cool to do for the base is use a combination of basalt brick and marble brick. So kind of have a sort of foundation level of blocks be made up of basalt brick, and then have that transition into a more polished marble brick interior. That was my general idea. So we'll need to collect some marble as well, or certainly convert some from the condenser to get that done. But then, hopefully, we'll have plenty of time today to experiment with some designs for the starting of a base. Again, I'm not 100% positive how we're going to work it out. The details, I have a couple thoughts in mind as I've been explaining to you, although it's a little hard for you guys to get a complete sense of what I'm thinking of doing without me actually being able to show it to you. Which I will be able to do soon when we have the basalt brick and marble brick. But anyway, let's keep going here. We'll head over to the base. Very close at this point. And then, we will start working. So, here we are. Let's head down. We're going to dump 1 piece of basalt cobblestone in here. I don't know what we're going to dump off. Let's go. Let's grab this. We will take this out and put this stuff in, cook it, dump this in the sorting machine. We'll actually need the marble, so I'll keep that. Auto smelter, we'll need our ores. Let's see, what else? Tin ore, right, okay. I think that's all, so we will turn on the auto smelter at this point. Been a long time since I used this thing, so this is pretty interesting to see it back and functioning. We'll turn on this pipe to this will leave. Actually, we'll leave this one off for a while, just because it's still smelting all this beef. Anyway, we have our basalt, so we'll switch the sign out for that, and we're going to dump in a whole bunch of basalt cobblestone. Although I'll keep 1 block of it so that we have it in the future if we end up needing it. So I'll keep 1 basalt and 1 basalt cobblestone. And then I'll keep 1 spare basalt bricks for the future. Alright, let's quickly make some basalt bricks though here. And those do have the same EMC value, so that's good. Now we're going to go ahead and dump this into the sorting machine. Basalt cobblestone, basalt brick, and 1 basalt. And there we are. So, now we're going to make a little more basalt brick. I'm looking at the different things we can do with micro blocks too to see if there's anything interesting. We may experiment with that later, although my one major concern with going too far into that is lag. As micro blocks, such as, these pillars and things like that, do tend to cause quite a bit of lag. So I'm a little hesitant to use those too extensively. Also, how much? Okay, this is pretty far through at this point. Anyway, back to the topic. So I'm a little hesitant to go too heavy on the micro blocks, although we may get into them to some extent in the future. Let's see. So we need some cobblestone from over here to convert into marble. And actually what we really need is 2, 3, 4. Actually, I didn't need that many, but oh well. We'll take this, make 1 marble brick set, right? And then we will convert that straight into marble bricks instead of going to marble first. Dump in a couple more stacks there. So we have plenty of materials to work with for the layout of our base. We actually have a lot more marble bricks than we do basalt bricks, but I think that's ultimately going to be okay because well, I'm at a loss for words right now. Since the marble is going to be the walls and the basalt is just more of a ground layer, we are going to need more marble than we will basalt. Now, the next thing we have to decide, guys, is location. Where are we going to put this base? And I was thinking, as I look here, this is not a bad spot for it. This nice little area here. It's close to home, and as a result, unfortunately, I just lost my jetpack energy, but it's close to home, and that's nice. We could also put it over here, but I feel like that's going to require more terraforming, and I don't really want to do that. So I am liking this because this is close to our original base, and thus will allow us to have more options. As far as... Not more options. It will be less logistically challenging to move our items over here and various machines that we need. So I think we are going to go with this location. It looks pretty nice. Fortunately, we've got some dirt here, so we can do a little bit of terraforming, filling in random holes like this. We're also going to have to delete a bunch of this grass. That's going to become a major pain. And I'm thinking we need a nice little flat area to work with to start. And this isn't quite big enough. This top layer, we're going to need to take advantage of the lower section as well down here. So we're going to have to even out this terrain. It's too rugged at the moment, and we're not going to be able to use it. So what I'm thinking is let's go ahead and fill in this gap. Obviously, there are some machines that could help us with tasks like this in the future. There's an item in Red Power, I believe, or at least I think it's Red Power, called the Filler, that lets you fill a certain space with blocks that you put in its inventory. So all that sort of stuff is going to become handy in the future. Obviously, we also help now, but this is a small-scale task, so it isn't really worth the time to set up at the moment. In the future, of course, though, we will need to explore some of those options. Now, I think we have a nice flat set of areas here. Let's actually delete this top layer so we have a little more room to work with. I'm thinking what we could do, guys, is... And I don't want this to be too uniform, because it's going to look weird. But, let's see. Yeah, it's going to bother me. That is way too uniform. We'll leave it kind of like that. We'll come back to that area. But anyway, what I was thinking, guys, is we could have a lower area, like a entry-level room here, that acts as a sort of entrance up to this main floor that's right here. And even, it could even be the case that we use the top area, too. Although I'm not sure how we would take advantage of it yet. We could do some sort of tiered base design, where we have one floor for up here for one purpose, and then another floor somewhere else for another one. We could do that, certainly. That's an option. I'm just trying to get this right, guys, because I don't want to make a mistake and then have us commit to a type of base that we don't really like. So I'm thinking, but I guess I'm thinking entry level, maybe machines, auto smelter here, and then up at the top. Gosh, I'm gonna have to run back to base. Yeah, let's run back to base quickly. So I'm thinking again, entry level, auto smelter, and maybe up there. Nah, I don't know if I want to move the wheat farm. But if we do move the wheat farm, maybe wheat farm there? I don't know. This is going to be a tough project, because I really am not sure how to go about this. Oh gosh, that's really become a problem in that pipe. Oop, I just broke my bed. I'm not going to respawn here. Shoot. I'll respawn in the area, though. That's not too bad. Alright, let's see. At this point, we can turn this on. Pull the stake out. Don't need those flowers. I'll dump them on the floor. Oh gosh. How do these fall onto the ground? I specifically intended for that not to be possible. Do I have a serious design flaw? Uh-oh. Not good. Really not good. I'm gonna lose copper ore. Not much, fortunately, it appears, but there we go. Alright, it doesn't look like I'm gonna lose that much, as I said. It doesn't look like I was going to lose that much, I should say. Now let's quickly turn off this lever. Don't need it anymore. And let's recharge our jetpack, because we're definitely going to need that for our project here to be able to fly up to different tiers, and it's generally an experiment. Alright, it's charging. So, gosh, I'm just really scared we're not going to have enough room, too. That's the other problem. I am very worried we're going to run out of room. And I sort of have a dilemma, guys, because I don't want to destroy the natural landscape, because part of the reason why I picked that spot is because I like the natural landscape. But I also don't want to be stuck without enough space to work, as that's the entire reason that we're moving out here. So, obviously, this project is going to bring me some challenges. But we'll work through here. So, for instance, let's try expanding the terrain here a little bit. Let's see if we can make this just generally a bit larger so we can create a design that we're happy with. There we go. So that's a little bit bigger. Certainly, I think we should continue to fill in a bit more space. Like so. And then we'll kind of give it a natural flow down to the base level here by adding in some blocks at the bottom to make it look natural. Gosh, we're already running out of dirt. That's crazy. That doesn't feel too bad. We are running low on dirt, which is a problem. But overall, I am fairly pleased with this. There we are. Let's see, is this going to be enough dirt to finish up? It's not, but that's okay. Yeah, that's not enough dirt. Let's grab some from down here. Oop, that's a big hole. Might fall into that a couple times during this project, unfortunately. Let's see. Need more dirt, need more dirt. Gosh. This is such a challenge. Because this is going to affect our long-term future. I know I've been saying this is such a challenge so many times to you guys this episode. But it is. I mean, it really, really is. Alright, that's good. Anyway, on to the task at hand. So, this is kind of our ground floor. And maybe what we do, guys, is we just flatten the back wall. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just try creating a back wall with no natural back to it. Well, it will have a natural back, but with no shaped back to it. It's just a flat backdrop. Right? So just like this. We would have it in the following manner. Exactly as I've just done it. So it would just be flattened out in the back, and we would build up from here. That's not going to be enough room. We'll have to dig farther back. Mining laser. What mode am I in? Oop, I just passed low focus. Darn it. There we go. I might run out of power here, but I'm going to use this while I have it. Speed up the process a bit. Knock this down. Alright, let's see. Let's fly back. So we could have like an extra tower up front here, and then have a back room. That feels nice. Now let's go one layer farther back. Alright, let's see. Come on. I want to finish this so that we can do a little bit of actual building at the end here. So you can kind of see what the theme is going to be. I'm sure you have an idea in mind of how it's going to look, but I want to do a bit more with that. Now let's kind of clear up more space for that tower by taking away some of these blocks. Now, is that going to be enough room? I'm not sure it is. I want to take it I want to take it a block back. Says for like the 4th time. That's rough. But we really do need to move it back further. Oh, gosh. In fact, we may have to move it one more after this. I may decide that that's what we need. I'll have to take a look at it. Again, you may want to see the building right now, guys, but I'm sure you'll be more pleased with us having a reasonable amount of space than with us having a quick build that doesn't really work in the long term. This is going to be our masterpiece in Tekkit. We're going to try to put everything that we need in the long run, as far as this series goes, into this building, so we got to get it right. Oop, and am I out of power? Yes, I am. And I'm almost out of shovel, too. So, that's great. But, anyway, dig this out. I really wish I had come up with the idea of, just carving out the back a little sooner, guys. But in any case, let's look at this. I think this is not a bad way to start. It's a reasonable interior. We could just do the back wall and then have the front tower be larger. We could do that. Obviously, we could do some underground layers, too. So this might work. Let's start laying out what kind of size this would have with some basalt brick. Shall we? So I was thinking we would kind of have it just built into the wall. It's not right. No, it's not right. Yeah, it is, actually. Ooh, that's challenging. No. This is just interior space. These walls are going to be the edge. So, we'll go like this. And then the base will come out into the front. And then kind of sweep around. Alright? See what I'm saying, guys? It'll sweep around like this. Follow the natural shape of the hill we're on, and this is not really enough. It's got to go out there, and then come over. No. This isn't right. We got to revise this. Let's see. Let's grab some dirt, and we're going to have to terraform the hill a little bit to create more space for the shape we're using right now. This isn't really spherical, that's a problem. But we'll work on it, I'm just trying to get a basic draft here. We'll obviously have to work on this more next episode. But, let's see, what if we tried something like that? No, it's terrible. Let's try that. Keep it symmetrical? I don't know. This is kind of weird. Yeah, that's weird. But let's roll with it. Let's say we were to stick with this. We'd probably take it up like this. And it would come out from the wall here. And let's say we did that. Now, how does that look? I don't think it's very good. So let's revise this. We're going to have to stop very soon, guys, unfortunately. But let's quickly look at this. So, that's still not really right. This side is a lot more spherical, and I like that about it. But the other side doesn't really follow that same pattern. Let's see. What about that? Is that symmetrical? I think that's right. And then it comes back around after that section to the wall? I don't know, that's weird. It's not right. It's still not right. And that's a problem. Let me look at this. That is definitely symmetrical, so we have the right base there. Then all I want to do is just move this out more. That's why I don't like the shape of it. It's not far enough out front. So here's what we'll do. It's taken me a long time to reach this conclusion, sadly. But we're going to just extend this out a couple blocks. It'll give us more space anyway, which is better. So we'll extend this here. And just to get a sense of the wall, we'll put some blocks in the back. And it'll go like this. And we'll put some blocks in here. And in the corners. And it'll go just like this. Along the sides. Just replenish that stack. Guess our inventory mod or whatever would have done that. Is it called better inventory? I don't remember. Eventually we're going to get attacked by mobs here. But that would be the backbone to the base. And we might actually, here's what I'll do. I would rather not have such a jagged corner, so we'll round that one off. It won't be as round as, obviously, this tower, but it will be a little round, and that'll keep things kind of balanced, which is good. So anyway, let's see. Last thing, I know we are very low on time here, as far as typical episode length goes. And, of course, we are also going to get attacked by mobs. But I want to try to see how including a little bit of marble would affect the space we had. Because if we did something like this, we reduce our overall... Oh, shoot. We have to go back to base. We reduce our overall interior space quite a bit, and I'm not sure I like that. But, anyway, let's go back. Hurry, hurry, hurry. I want to try a little bit more. I want to try out a couple more ideas with that. So let's try to get to bed as soon as possible. Hopefully, the items are not falling out of these things here. Oof. You need to cool down. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is why this isn't working. Shoot. Because I forgot to turn that on. Okay, I see. Anyway, that's going to be a lot of iron, which is nice. We are very low on it, if you don't know. If you don't remember from previous episodes. Alright, back to work. I don't think we can do that. What we could do, and we'll work on this more next episode when we maybe lay out the entrance and stuff. And get out some window designs and all that. But let's go here. I'm really wishing that I had more interior space to work with. But let's see. We could kind of do some... If we say we had the entrance right about... How long is this? Sorry, we're going to do this episode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the entrance block. So what if we did like that? And did a wide entrance to this base? I mean, this is a pretty legit base. It's gotta be. So we could do something like this. And then we could have another sort of rise. Gosh, this is really hard to place down. Why is it so hard to place down blocks when you fly? Hover mode. There we go. That's better. And then fortunately, this will work the same on the other side. Now this will get a little bit different over here, but if you see what I'm doing, guys, I'm trying to create some variation by including some blocks here, and then what we would do is we would go back a layer and come up, and I don't know if that's going to leave us with too little space for the design. We would have to check that out and see what happened. But honestly, we don't even need these interior blocks, to be honest with you. That doesn't have to be there. But let's just quickly put in these so you can kind of look at the design. We'll have to finish this part on the other sections later, but that would be how that looked. Like so. It would follow that shape and then come up there. And that does leave us with some weird issues as far as spacing, but if you look on the outside, it's actually pretty neat looking. So, let me know what you think, guys, of this kind of general design. I don't know, I kind of like this set in a block. But anyway, we'll have to see how this turns out. I kind of would prefer to do that. Ah, gosh. It's really getting frustrating. And then it's more marble interior wall to the tower. And then we would break this part down. And maybe even leave that in there. But that would be the general style of things. Then, gosh, I'm sorry. I just like have to keep building. I have to keep doing this. It's not right yet. I'll probably have to do a lot of off-camera work in between this episode and next, getting this right, just because I don't want to give up on the project here until it's ready for you guys. But that's just some basic drafting. I'm sure it'll look different when I come back to you next time, guys. But without further ado, this has gone on pretty long at this point. We're almost at 30 minutes. Gosh. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed. Please remember to like and subscribe if you did. This is me, Chaldonut, speaking. Goodbye, friends, and I will see you all next time with some more Tekkit Classic.